Today we're going to be playing some Fruits of Ysgith because I want to test out the buff to Yghern. It gained 1 power, and then if you consume it with Ozra, which we would like to do, it's basically 2 points extra for the deck, which is quite good. I think that'll be a fun one to try out. We're going to be playing a non-Erendite version because I wanted to use the provisions from Lady of the Lake and from the Erendite for a little something different, mainly to run in the big boy Morvad as well. Just play a couple of really tall cards in here I thought would be kind of fun. So that's what we're going to do today. We're playing the Magic Lamp. Crystal Skull and Advantage are both good as well. Those are if you want to use round 1 Ethereal. You use the Ethereal Order, then you use these to protect the newly spawned Ethereal, so you can get off again usually. Those are decent options as well. We have the Oneiromancy, the Mamuna, and the Morvad. Nothing too crazy there. We've got the 1 Heatwave for control. We've got a Riptide for control as well. Then we have the Yghern here. We got Decree. I swapped out Lady of the Lake and Erendite. I put in Decree. Want to rely a bit more on these units, and Yghern in particular is something we want to play pretty early, so it gets that decent amount of armor on it. You could also discard it with Imlerith. That's also fine, but that's you're getting even taller at that point, and then it can get squirreled, which is fine. Like, everything can get squirreled. You can't say that about every card. Just say it's not good because of it. But in particular here, if you draw into the... If you have Imlerith and you draw with it, you risk messing up a Mamuna, which isn't great. So yeah, there's a couple options there. We're going to go with this Decree instead. I think we'll do that. And then, obviously, you could do Imlerith if you wanted to. Then we're going to go Ethereal. We're going to go Azrael and Goliath, just as a backup thing for Azrael to eat and a decent tempo play. We've got the Deregere for a bit more control, since with just the Heatwave and Riptide, I think I wanted a little bit more targeted control. Maxi for a bit of extra consistency. You could also run a 1 of Megascope here. That wouldn't be too bad either. I think that's also fine. If you really wanted to, you could also play a Verification, but since we don't have Megascopes of our own, it would only really be targeting enemy artifacts. I don't think that's really worth it. I think a 1 of Megascope makes the most sense there. I could also do a 1 of Incubus. That's also fine instead of the Maxi. With Decree and Oneiromancy, I don't really think we need the Maxi, but I really like her to stack the card from Amuna on the bottom, like the second Griffin or whatever, to stack on the bottom. I really like doing that, so maybe that's not worth it, but I do enjoy doing it. We've got the Griffins, the Witch Apprentices, the Vile, the Fiends, Necker Warriors, just basically our 3 targets here for the Mamuna. Apprentice is sometimes a 4th one, depending what situation you end up in. Then we've got the Riders for a bit of thinning, Peller, and Squirrel. So that is the deck. Hopefully it performs pretty well. The main things I want to keep in mind while we're playing this is, do we think we could do better by swapping out Maxi? And how does Yghern feel at 10 or at 16 power? So a bit almost to the point of Regis Bloodlust at this point. So we'll see how that feels. You could also play him, honestly, here in this deck as another tall thing. Could honestly be a consideration here if we think we have enough consistency with Maxi and the Riders. Maybe there's an argument to play Regis Bloodlust and then Azrael that, but I think we just would only need the 1 target, and I think Yghern's fine. So enough of that. Let's get into some games here. Hopefully this works out pretty well. Amir Mago Medov, I guess? Call of Harmony? Surprised we haven't seen more Harmony. I think this is our first Harmony opponent all season. By all season, I mean, we're recording this pretty close to the patch, and then probably space out the videos. But that's what we usually do at the start of the patch, because we're all get excited. Probably put that back. The rest of this looks pretty good, other than this, I guess. We are missing some of our big golds, though. We probably need to Ethereal here, to be honest. Harmony has a lot of engines, and we need a big one to start with. Obviously, we want to get into that short round 3, I think. Want to play the Fiend before it loses power. Probably not playing Griffin because we're going to be consuming or transforming all of our tokens if he doesn't answer this. So next we'll do Riders.
Style. That's right. I like it with style.
Yeah, the unanswered Ethereal. It's going to be pretty good here. Yes, we still have dominance. There's all the engines. I want to save Apprentice, because we're going to need it. Go Maxi. Well, set up the Griffin first. This isn't the worst Griffin. It's only 6, but rather have it set up than not. He is down 35 despite the triple engines he has out. We can probably play one more card. Did I say Riders? We don't even have Riders. I already played Riders, I mean. I'm talking about Maxi. We'll do that. That's perfectly fine. Ethereal kind of won this round on his own. Harmony really doesn't have much answers to that, because their primary removal is poisons, and you can't double poison an Ethereal because they'll have transformed a new one first. So that is quite good. We have to push this round for a short round 3. Would be ideal. Mamuna on Griffin, like this. We draw into Griffin, we can't Mamuna. We are missing some pretty impactful cards still, so I think we do need to risk it. Okay, that's good. We want to go as quickly as possible into the Apprentice here. Probably even tutor out the second one, to be honest. There's the Saskia. Yeah, we probably just tutor the second one. We didn't draw our Heat Wave, so we can't Tall Punish. So we really just want these two going. He's going to have poisons for Tall Punishes, but he's going to have to split them between big cards and these Witch Apprentices. I'm going to lock the Cat Witcher, but I want to lock it ranged. No, we're going to lock Dana. Can't let him have all that hand buffing. This should be fairly safe. He'll probably take poisons. We want to play... I'll probably play his melee next turn. It gives us value on Riptide. But it'd be at 4 armor. This would kill it pretty quickly. Now we should just do this. Go Yghern pass, probably. Or we take this out with Riptide once it goes up to 7, if it does. Now's a good turn for this. If he goes into round 3 with Scenario Leader, or like Quirixis, hold it, Eurixis, I was thinking about Yghern. Quirixis Scenario Leader, that's just not enough. He doesn't have Adrenaline yet. We want to pass before he's Adrenaline, I think. I guess they'll move, do 1. Riptide, now these are at 7, so they're pretty good. Take out. Wanted to go for that removal because it makes killing the Yghern a lot harder. There's the Chameleon, but not much Harmony out. It's only got like 3. Osrael not looking great. So we just keep this here. He does get another card off of Saskia, so I don't think we can 2-0 here. But we just want to try and get Scenario and or Leader. Oh, Kyronak's quite good here. No unicorn, though, so this is definitely a Quirixus deck. That might just get us round 3. That's a lot of value. I think he has to leader. Nothing coming out of the deck's going to be at 6 power, and this can't move because it'll be blocked. Yeah, we got leader. Excellent. So that means this is probably Quirixus scenario.
Don't leave me here. Not alone.
Even if it came out at 6 power, we still these 2. So we've got a couple of big plays left. The thing is, scenario Quirixus is really scary. Our best hand is probably something close to this. Yeah, Goliath would be the only alteration. We can tutor it. Do we want that Purify, actually? It's better than Squirrel. We're Oneiromancy this. Probably want to keep the Peller to stop the poisons from getting us. To be honest, Peller's probably one of our best cards. Other than our just pure point generation. Scenario, yep. We Heat Wave that. Pretty sure we Heat Wave that, right? Yeah. If we play this, he pings it, it makes no difference. I guess if we play this and he locks it, we lose out. Yeah. Play around the lock. I don't think he can poison us, really. We've seen 2 Rangers. There's Wandering... Not Wandering Treant. Not Force Protector. Weeping Willow. There's Weeping Willow, and the potential of the Whisperer that got buffed. If he has those 3 in hand, though, we should still win. So I think we go for this here. Assume the Yghern. It should be a Quirixus deck. Then he still has Unicorn, but that's the only trigger. Chameleon's still good here. Can't stop the Chameleon. But I think we should just have enough points. We know of like 100% this card's Quirixus. Well, one of the 2, I would think. So no poisons, the Peller doesn't help. Well, we still got a point off of it here by purifying this, I suppose. I think this is big enough. Probably won't expect the Morwood. It's not too common. He hasn't triggered much Harmony. So, just a Heat Wave. 36, GG. They don't expect this one often. Do take the win there. Very nice. Nox here, playing some soldiers most likely. They do have ping, so Yghern we have to play early. As far as the rest of this, nothing crazy here, just a decent hand overall. I don't think we really want this. That could be good against like Oneiromancy, Erendite type stuff. That's what we're looking for. We'll keep it. Ooh, we saw Sunset Wanderer moving there. That's like usually Renfree with Rients. Keep that in mind. Against that, we'd like to force the Rients round 2. Our deck should be capable of that. Also means there will be less soldiers, so Yghern's less vulnerable. I'm going to play some stuff ranged as soon as we get Sabbath, just so we don't get offensively trist too hard. You should have several locks. Well, this leader combination plus Sunset Wanderers is like 99% rent-free, mid-range. Yeah, it is. Don't get too lucky, please. It's gonna, they always look for the Kingslayer. So they get it and they get a banish, they just win. Get a good banish. Well, he could get lucky here too. We have some high base power stuff. That's about expected, to be honest. It's fine. That's going to get locked. I guess 8's on the upper end, actually. These are the only two higher, but 8's about what I expect off of that. There's the lock. No surprises there. Peller, our squirrel doesn't do too much against his deck. Let's do the Goliath here. Debating between Goliath and Yghern. The armor amount doesn't really matter against his deck, but this one he won't want to kill because it could pull out, like, the Rience probably is what it would pull. I was hoping he'd pass and we keep the Yghern. Guess it doesn't have to be rent-free. The one armor difference here shouldn't matter. He's down 25. Geralt catches him up pretty quickly, though. And we are running out of plays we'd like to make. That does give us the pass. We want to force stuff here, although he hasn't thinned at all. I guess he played one Blightmaker. We still want to confirm what his deck is round 2, and we'd like to put on a bit of pressure. Mamuna into Griffin does that pretty quickly. Then we could go double tutor for the cards we need. Necker Warrior. The only reason we would put it back is to avoid drawing Griffin. But we don't need more tutors or searching as it is. We have enough. We have all the cards we need. We're going to open with this. Less likely mess it up round 2, and we want to pressure him here. I'd like to save the theory if we can for round 3. Oh, it's not. Probably not rent-free then. Interesting. That is interesting. I'd like to save the Theo for round 3 when it's less likely he has a lock saved up. And if he does have a lock, it'll be less tempo. Probably get our Apprentice next turn. Maybe they'll take a second lock, and then Ethereal can stick. That's our kind of hope here. Do you play around Assassination? So either we play around Triss or Assassination. Let's do Triss. We'll play into the Triss, I mean, around the Assassination. Because the Triss doesn't kill it. Answer. He should lock this. Yeah, there's the lock. I guess this could be a Shupe deck. Could be Shupe soldiers. I didn't see enough soldiers round 1 for me to think of that, but it could be that. I'd like to get a 10 power thing melee. Some armor on this guy, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. If it's Shupe, we want to keep this. We have a Heat Wave. We've got Lock for Rience, which is just about as good as this. So we can play this here and go for the higher value. Okay. down 32. What we don't want to see here is like 2 artifacts and a Shupe stay off for resilience. Which is probably what we will see. It's looking a lot more like Shupe at this point. That means there's no second lock though. That's interesting. Shupe's quite hard to play against here.
Order will triumph. It must triumph.
Do we pass? Passing here against Shupe is good because they don't have time to set up carryover. Right, so they can't carry over and win the round effectively. Against Renfrey, passing here is not as good. Still not bad. What we'd want from him is to use the Shupe this round if he has it. We don't have great plays here. Round 3 of Azrael, Ethereal. We'll pass. So I think it's more likely to be Shupe here. Anything that Sunset Wanderer out for tempo. Because you wouldn't play this in Renfrey, right? I've seen some wild stuff, but I don't think I've seen that. We haven't seen a special yet, and there was the Rune Mage. Yeah, there's the Shupe stay off. Okay, good. We want him to play this for just tempo. He's gonna go for the resilience. That's okay. So this should be like Ale or something next. Like Ale, Bacala, something like that. Bacala's better for opening a round. Was Bacali, probably would have played it first before the Shupe. Sunset Wanderers is going to get him there. But he doesn't have all that much tempo left. It's like this doesn't open round 3. It's ahead by 1. Well, we got rid of the Shupe, which is the card that's really annoying to play against. He doesn't have a ton of carryover. I don't think he can lock the Ethereal. He's played both locks. He really baited us into thinking this is Renfrey for a little bit. So we will have some special removals. Do we care about Squirrel? Like, we could Squirrel Shupe stay off in case he shuffles it back in and tutors it, but I don't think that's going to happen. We're looking here for Ethereal and Fiend. I think this might be one of our better cards, actually. Value-wise. Should be like Bacala opener, right? Bacala, Ale. Truffle I've seen cut, but he could go for some Illusionist still because we have these Witch Apprentices. That would be the most annoying thing, is if he goes like Mushy Truffle, Illusionist, Witch Apprentice, plays more Witch Apprentices. Do a pretty good Azrael. The thing is, he's probably playing a Squirrel. As a Shupe deck, there's plenty of space for a Squirrel. Okay, he saw some pretty bad choices there if that's what he picked. Unlucky. He's going to have almost certainly 2 Tall Punishes. So that is something to keep in mind. We can make him use one of a tall, like use a Tall Punish instead on an Ethereal. We'll be very happy. That's what we'll do first. We make him like Heatwave this, or Invocation this, instead of on, say, Azrael or Morvood, we're going to be pretty happy. You can get a lock off of Redea. No surprise there. We will probably just Onirimancy the Peller since we don't need anything else from our deck.
Living souls in your wake should ne'er deign forget your sake.
That's really good. Yeah, he has to Heatwave it now. That's great. Better to play that in case it takes a ping damage from like a Crossman or something. It looks like he's playing no engines, just point slam mid-range type of stuff. Not many specials either, to be honest. Really unit heavy. There's a crossbow, we'll lock that. I'm not sure why he pinged that. That comes back. We don't need Sabbath. Since we don't need Sabbath, we actually kind of want to avoid playing into it to slow down an Igni potential that he might have, although I don't think he has it.
The Emperor shall be proud of his sons.
Osrel versus Morwood. Oh, they're the same, right? Better do this early in case of Squirrel. He should have another tall punish. Like a Leo or something. But with only the one artifact. A little bit different from the Shupe decks I like to play. Okay, there's the Mushy Truffle. And there's the Illusions. That makes more sense. Want a Heat Wave here. That means he probably doesn't get these extra 2 points. His last card's probably second Illusionist, if I had to guess. On the Fiend? Or Griffin, I mean. That's what I'd guess it is. That is what it is. Well,
Gotta hand it to you. Good work.
he's emoting us. Unfortunately, he's not expecting the Morwood, because if he was expecting it, he wouldn't be emoting at us. Okay, we'll take the wood. GG. Flamin', I give up. Something playing... Oh, is this Ogroids? Ogroids will just be bigger than us. Well, we lose our advantage of not playing Erendite here and making them overcommit because he probably has it himself and he'll know. Only want the one Griffin. Let's stack the other one. Do you want to check for like a squirrel if he wants to target that there? Probably if this is Ogroids, we're going to need the Ethereal, and we have to save this for access to the Heat Wave. Otherwise, King Trum just kind of gets us. He's going second with King Trum, which is what he wants, unfortunately. As far as the rest of this hand, Goliath's not great here because of Cyclops tempo pushing. But it's fine. I don't think we need a maxi. I don't think we keep it though. We'll keep this. Let's see what we're going up against here. It's a Witch's Sabbath deck. I am well known to enjoy those. It's Witch's Sabbath Yghern. That's interesting. With Striga. So he's got one Spores, so Osrel's kind of scared into that. Harpies. Muzzle could be annoying. Muzzle Heatwave Pathfinder's triple tall punish plus Riptide. Okay. I mean, we just want to go like this. This does spread them out, which messes with Sabbath, but leaves us the option of still playing the Ethereal Melee next to the Fruit. There's no Defender in there, so probably Heatwave. Probably Heatwave Arrakis Queen? We'll see. We also Heatwave the Yghern, because it didn't look like he had anything else really to target with it. Although Striga's really good now. Really good specifically on the Harpy eggs. Not the eggs, the things the eggs spawn. The Harpies. Because it's, there's just 6. There's a Drowner. Let me just double check here that we want to do that. So if we Heatwave Yghern, I guess you could bring back multiple Strigas and then Zeal Order consume multiple Harpy eggs. What a strange deck. We have a good amount of tempo lead here. Like, the thing with Witch's Sabbath on Yghern is it doesn't gain any armor. So, I guess it has to be for Adda. It's weird. It has to be for spamming Adda. What an interesting idea. He does mess with our Mamuna because this comes back with Witch's Sabbath. It's got to be for Striga. This comes back without armor, so it just die. As far as this punish, he's 1 spores. There's no locks. You can always Ozrael our own tall cards, which is something to keep in mind. No matter what, we don't want a thing from the box because of Adda. So we're never clicking this button, even if it's just like on Maxi. Let's put the Griffin on the bottom. If we click it, like there's a chance that he just did the play where you click a 4-person card, so the opponent always has thing from the box, then you add it. We don't want to give him that option. Still have an ethereal option if we want it. He's just doing setup. That's fine. We'll also play this because it could be something we'd bring back later. It could be something with Mamuna later, so it's fine to set this up as well. The only thing we want to lock would be these two, well, one of the 2 Witch Apprentices or the Arrakis Queen.
When pigs fly, eh?
Honestly, we'd much rather remove the Arrakis Queen than lock it, so we'll just lock one of these next turn. You could double leader for engines. Yeah, kind of figured you would.
Mankind is a virus, a plague.
He's got some play here. I think I see the vision here. Could Arrakis Queen the thing from the box? Is that a concern? I think with the leaders spent, bringing back Adda's, I think we remove this, actually. I think we remove that. So I think he wants the Arrakis Queen it, given that he hasn't set up an Adda or anything here. And the Adda wouldn't be good here because he's already used 2 leader charges on the token. I think he just wants to point slam the thing from the box coming back. We know it's in his deck, so he's no damage. If we go for a low armor Yghern, it still has to be tall punished. Okay. We do have a token. We didn't make a Jin. We don't want to do this, but what we do want to do is just grab our Yghern here. Then if he kills it, we consume it with Azrael. So he can't Azrael offensively against us round 2. And so we secure the round. That'd be ideal. You can muzzle this. But a lot of his deck's gone into the which is Sabbath, which doesn't do much if we have a bunch of tall things. And Pathfinder's not great here, considering we're playing a lot of the same unit types. We should get a pass here. If not, we let him play another card. And he'll get round control. That should be okay. Heatwave would be the worst thing here. Although it would make space for us to trigger. Yeah, Heatwave would be the worst thing here. Could play this for 1 transform. I think we have to. As he has cards he's not going to want to play. So do we, though. Do we play this? I don't think so. He gets his round control here. But there's no Azrael. He's playing a Witch's Sabbath deck, though, remember. Like, his big finisher cards are Witch's Sabbath. And the rest of his deck at this point is mostly just bronzes. Whereas our bronzes are pretty high point slam. His are going to need to combo. And we still have Mamuna as well. This is actually kind of the hand we want. The Witch's Sabbath does mess with the Mamuna, but this Witch Apprentice will still be in grave. So we can do Witch Apprentice Mamuna if he goes for it right away. Should be fine. He's going to take his card advantage. He does have an S-skill still, but remember, like, this is a... Where is it? This is a relic, so he can't kill Morwood with it. He's Ogoroids too, like, he's not going to get any good kills with it. Squirrel be... Do we open Squirrel and banish the Adda? He still gets 2 Witch Apprentices back, which is pretty good, to be honest. I think we keep the Squirrel. Kept this because if he does Witch's Sabbath after we Squirrel, we can't bring back these. So we actually want to keep that in deck. Or like we wouldn't want to draw into these, I'm saying. Alright, so let's think here. Do we just open Squirrel, get rid of the Adda? I think we do. Could have like waited and tried to do that on the Arrakis Queen after he's gonna consume it. But I just want to, I think, just do this first. Just the Purify. We use Mamuna now. If we Mamuna now, we get these 2, then these 3 come back. It's worth 20, whereas if we go... Yeah, we do that now. We do have the Witch Apprentice in hand, so we need to do it. Him not the Pathfinder being mostly dead is really good for us here, although he's going to seize the Witch Apprentice. Yeah, that's not the best Arrakis Queen target, if we're being honest here. There's no Abaya. So if we Riptide this, he's forced to... He gets the order off, but he doesn't get to... Yeah, if we do this, he doesn't get the order. That's what I'm saying. But we also kill it for him, which I don't think we want to do. Let's just play this. Make him slow down. He's going to have to take a turn to muzzle that. Yep, there's the turn to muzzle it. Not getting this more armor. We don't need Sabbath anymore, so let's just play this here. Do have a good point lead. He's going to consume now with the warrior. Making him consume it himself means he probably can't trigger all the heartbeats and such. Range Riptide's better here. He does have a 2-card advantage though, so he still could win. Not 2-card advantage. He's at a 1-card advantage with Last Say, so double Last Say. See what he gets. Yeah, it could have been worse. Still pretty dangerous though. The Morvid is quite big. He's effectively down 34 plus leader, so he's effectively down 31. He needs 31 points. There's the Yghern. I don't think that does it. GG. Ends up being a close one, though. It's really important that he didn't mess the Mamuna up with his, which is Sabbath. Toy Hospitality, bad matchup, because we go very tall. So this should theoretically just be a loss. But obviously you can play the game out and see how it goes. Just if this game goes perfectly for both of us, we get all the cards we want, he should win. Now, that's not always going to happen. Let's just see what we've got going on. It is a bad matchup, though. I like to call that kind of stuff out at the beginning of the game. Let me know if it annoys you, like tell you if it's a bad matchup or something. So I know some people think it's pessimistic or whatever, but sometimes you just have quite a bad matchup. This should be very bad. But he could be Mill, he could be Clog. There's a lot of things it could be. Double Golden Neckers in Toussaint often. If it's just pure Knights, though, that go with the point boosty, we don't really have much of a chance, but that's not always what it is. We should have gone Fiend first. I was forgetting about this. Lose 1 point here. Wasn't expecting a Blightmaker to fill up both rows there. There's the Boohurt. That's fine. He's denying us points on it, but I'm okay with that. I think we grab a Witch Apprentice.
A witch's best friend is a pig, no doubt.
There's a lot of the golds in our hand we don't want to play. Like this isn't good anymore. This we don't want to play here. This we don't want to play. This we have to wait. This we have to wait. Lumina's okay, but I think we're going to end up passing fairly soon, so I'd like to play the Witch Apprentice to give us passive points when we do that. Our next play most likely is going to be the Peller, just to get rid of it. There's not much worth purifying here unless it's Clog. Second Blightmaker. Still have no idea what he's doing. He's Blightmaker for tempo is all we've seen so far. We pass here. If we play these, he just gets ahead. I don't think Pure Knights plays the double Blightmaker. I think it's be like Clog. We haven't seen any Clog cards though. I think he's just thinning. Do have Mimuna set up. A lot of good stuff in hand here. I don't know about the Peller. Put it back. We can go with this, but if he bleeds us, he'll be very effective. Yeah, it's something suspicious. Oh, okay. That is interesting. Oh, this looks like it's going to be a fun Kahir deck. I bet he's going to go for Kahir on all these, trigger them in one turn. That's kind of cool, actually, if that's what it is. Despite that being kind of cool, I think we should get rid of the Knight Challenger. I was thinking about this. We should have done this first. I was debating if we want to remove the Challenger or not. But I think we do, because I think he's trying to spam stuff with it. Okay, now we remove the ale. Or to remove whatever the ale goes onto. Ale is such a good carryover card, but this is our only tall punish. So this is going to be the ale deck. He's going to boost, I think what this deck normally does is it infuses us and boosts all of our stuff, then steals the points. With ale. So ale, removing ale is really good. Question is that good enough? We don't have a spores in this one. Usually we play spores, but not this time. Oh, we're definitely doing this. Question is, do we heat wave the ale? I don't really want to. No, we do. We do. We do it whilst they're ahead on tempo. Because that is just carry over at the end of the day, too. Yeah, he's going to carry it over. Sure, whatever. We won't overcommit. Take the extra redraw, I guess. Maybe rethink it when we clicked on it there. But yeah, we don't really need to play that. Alright, let's see. Let's see here. But we don't want boosting ourselves. That's not ideal, and we don't want this. As far as our deck, we still have the Mimuna, which is good. We've got the Yghern, which we can do as a second to last say. He shouldn't have, like, ping damage. So it should be safe with, like, one armor. We just save this. And this looks pretty good. Begin with our Mimuna. Hopefully we can get Witch Apprentice going. Although all these tall things, we're super vulnerable to the point swaps and Knight boost. If he has it, he has it. Nothing we can do about it. So go to 20, then so play for effectively 5, so this is good. 20 plus 1, and this goes 25, 26. Gouliot, we may have to lock our own Gouliot, but I don't think it's too big of a deal here. Now we're going to lock that instead. Actually, that's a Riptide target. Because he's going to go really tall, so we want to get rid of this before he gets like a giant guy out. But I see the idea here. Very cool deck. Make a bunch of Knight Challengers, and then when they boost, if you have enough Knight Challengers, if you boost one, it'll boost all of them, and it'll trigger all their graces and boost all the little tokens. I like it. Very neat. Yeah, that's not so neat though. Because we have that in our graveyard. That is an issue. Let's get our own going. he removes ours, his shouldn't be ticking at least. So we want to do ours first. There's the false Siri.
The Order makes sacrifices. The Earth.
Going to have the Sangreal for that. So there's no point in locking it, because if Sangreal will lock this. It's just too much of a punish if we lock it, and he does have the Sangreal. We want to wait on Goliath then. Goliath will probably be... There's the unlock. Guess we just play the Goliath here. Does kill, at least we can consume it. I don't think he will kill it. Our Ozrael's not very good. There's more. I kind of think these are just going to be too much. Because he's already getting this. He's going to swap for 18. He's already ahead with multiple of these. It's quite concerning. None of these do anything about it either. We have... Oh, Neuromancy's not good here. Neuromancy Decree. I guess we should just take the Riders. No. Yeah, the Riders are the best. They tie this. Hopefully there's not a third illusionist. You'll really... Yeah, there's a third one. Wasn't expecting illusionists, so I guess that's going to get us here. Let's grab the Yghern here. He can't Ivo us anymore, at least. If he kills that, we can consume it with the Ozrael. But he would heat wave it. Oh, he heat waves that. It is technically worth more. And he should win here. What are we looking at for our Ozrael? 8 points. We gain 1 point on this if we wait a turn for it, as opposed to if we play this as a ceiling. We have a 1 point option here. We lose 1 point by playing this first. We have potential to gain like 8 on this, so we will play this here. He's getting 12 off this. He only needs like 2 8-point plays. Well, he's got this too. He only needs like 2 4-point plays to win. That is GG. That's 6 plus 12. I guess 9. We get to 3. That's 15. He goes to 101. Doesn't get us there. Too much illusionist. Each illusionist here is worth, what, 10, 12? Yeah, each one's worth about 10, 12 on average. There you go, guys. Some mid-range fruits with the buffed Yghern. A pretty fun deck. Not my favorite monsters deck, but still pretty fun. It has some very big tempo plays in it, but this deck's so common. At least variants of this deck are so common that it doesn't excite me that much. That being said, I did want to show it off because we always play Lilith's Omen over this. We keep that deck updated. We keep Lilith's Omen updated and play that. We don't use this one too often. But I wanted to show a more standard fruits deck because even if we play something off meta, if we show it like multiple times, it's still like pretty common on the channel, I would say. So good to vary it up here. As far as this deck, yes, we're missing Erendite. Yes, you can play Erendite. Erendite's really good. You can go Erendite, Lady of the Lake. But I wanted to play Morwood, just try it out here like we said in the beginning. And Morwood did quite well. Actually, won us several games, I want to say. Our opponents didn't expect it, and the Morwood finisher won us several games, which is quite nice. The Erendite finisher isn't as big, right? is never going to be as big just because of how it functions. Those extra couple points probably won us a couple games today. Although, yeah, Erendite's control, you can remove stuff earlier, all the argument, whatever. I like Morford. I think he's cool. As far as the rest of the deck, performed pretty well. Yghern here did pretty solid. Quite happy with him. Quite happy with him, actually, at this power level. The 2 extra points, well, you're getting 2 basically because you're going to consume it, but the extra points are nice. And just having a lot of tall stuff means the finishers are just better, right? We have Morford goes really tall, Yghern goes really tall, and Osro goes really tall. And Goliath's pretty tall too. And then obviously we get Early Witch Apprentice with Mamuna. It can get like 20 also. So the extra tall things it means it's harder to lose to just like 1 or 2 tall punishes. But opponents playing a lot of tall punishes, like a lot of poisons, for example, that's not going to be great because we're not in Ogroids where we have Carapace. Overall, though, I had a good time playing this deck. Not the most fun, but a good time. And after playing through it, I think we don't need the Maxi. I think we could cut her out for something else. I think we have enough consistency. Though Necromancy Decree is plenty. Plus Riders. I think Maxi's more like a safety feeling than anything when you just put your Griffin on the bottom. No, you're not going to draw it. So I think overall, it would be slightly better to have something else. I think I'd probably go for a 1 of Incubus here. There's Megascope, Cyclops are the other considerations. Yeah, Megascope. So with that, Megascope, Cyclops, and I think Maxi are all decent options here. Huh. Tough choice. I think I'll go with the 1 of an Incubus. Incubus, Cyclops, Megascope are the ones we're considering. Incubus's benefit is it helps Witch Apprentice get faster, and we can pull it back out of our graveyard if we need an engine card. Megascope just is decent points, and we're not playing Erendite, so the fact that it takes a turn for it to activate is fine. That's not a big deal. And then Cyclops helps us with control. I think Cyclops makes the most sense. So I think we'll go Cyclops plus Cyclops minus Maxi. I think we'll go with this, like a small adjustment for a bit more control. I think that's what we'll do. But hope you guys enjoyed this one. Pretty common deck, variants of this at least. And obviously, if you want to go Erendite and like, I'm sure there's deck lists out for that somewhere. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. We had some fun with this one. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing some Yghern and Morvoid, the big boys, come down. And we will see you next time.